Okay, we are live.
Should make
Need to set
commercials.
your enemy's ships on fire, but don't have time to wait? Come on down. The Bob's ready-made ballista mark. When difficulty strikes, one must avoid the difficulty.
I slap him.
Okay, you slap him in the face.
What's your point, lady?
He's not a demigod either.
But I am! What's up? And I high-five someone else.
But this is magical as fuck, guys.
Put that on a shirt.
He said butt long black hair.
Butt long black hair.
Thank you very much.
The dwarf leans forward and like starts to put a hand on your cheek and rips a fart.
I love a strapped man with muscles that can buy me wine.
I think this is the only time in D&D I've ever had to be like, all right, well, when does this creature poop? Hey, everybody, and welcome to Misscliks D&D Demigods Edition. Yay!
Hello!
How are you guys all doing this fine evening?
Fantastico.
Excellent, excellent.
Muy bueno, gracias, Neal.
Apple.
I never know what to think of that dog.
Yeah,
It's perfect. It's
she
the
is
dog-
an enigma.
Yeah, that's
Why? Why?
I don't know, because she like looks at the cameras like, huh? Huh? Me?
She has
Is it
kind of
me?
this soulless, like she knows she's supposed to look into the camera, so she's like, "Oh, mom, again." I know I'm pretty, but seriously, mom.
I can't believe it's an adult dog.
Yeah,
It looks like a baby.
she just turned 8.
What?
Yeah, 7 or 8.
What the hell?
Yeah,
How old is the bulldog?
3.
Hmm.
He's the little brother.
Interesting.
Little brother.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone. Jen, you're purposely muted? You haven't said a word?
Myself, so I
Okay.
was typing things.
Okay.
Typing in chat. Hello, chat.
So
We have no guest this week. It's all about us.
Yeah, that's new.
Us.
It's our little
Fantastic.
family time.
Yeah.
I decided to stay in the kitchen because I felt that was more immersed. So I can focus 100% on D&D.
By which you mean the food is more easily accessible.
Oh, yeah, that's
So immersive.
already the tea and everything. Tea I bought in Paris.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I know I'm eating already too. Everyone always complains I eat on stream.
But you always come
I bet they
on the
eat
stream
during
for
our stream.
dinner, no?
Mm-hmm.
hmm I have food on the way. It should be here in a little bit. Hopefully during break.
What
I
did you
feel like-
order?
Cheesesteak. No, I changed it to a burger at the last moment.
I feel like eating and D&D like go kind of hand in hand. You know, you
Yeah.
get with your friends, you eat some food, you drink some beer.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. And I think the audience should embrace it and eat with us
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and drink with us.
Did I tell you guys I played real life? Yeah, I did. I played real life D&D with Neil the other day.
Me and my
What?
crew.
For fun?
Yeah, for fun. My first time like real paper in real life D&D.
Around a table.
How did you
How
feel
did it
about
go?
It was really fun. My character and Neil's fiance's character kind of allied and just tried to steal everybody's everything.
Oh, yeah.
It was
I
really
can,
fun.
I can see you two do that.
hmm We got in a snowball fight and I owned her. It was great.
And
roll?
Anna never makes another appearance again.
I know. I haven't been invited back since, so maybe that was the
Yeah.
wrong play. Hmm.
No. You embarrassed my other players. You made fun of them too much. They couldn't handle it.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I hope that's not true.
Oh God, no. We are much worse than you. We are, as you saw, people at the table are ruthless with one another.
Yeah, one of Neil's friends is so nice. He like came up to me afterwards, like, "Hey, I just wanted you to know, like, I was in character when I said those things. Like, I didn't mean to be mean to you." I was like, "Dude, you're fine." I
Yeah.
tried to kill one of my friends on D&D before. Like, it's okay.
No hard
Who did you try to kill before?
You, because remember Adia got all super heated and you were egging her on? I don't know if I tried to kill you, but I definitely tried to hurt you.
Yeah, you didn't kill me. Or
Yeah.
tried to.
I mean, it's not like Adia could kill Arcus if she tried. Like,
I don't know. Adia's got some spells.
You probably could. If I was caught by surprise and couldn't fucking charge you.
Well, also magic. I'm sure as soon as Adia sits down and memorizes, because I looked through your character sheet, you actually have another spell book from a previous wizard that's just sitting in your character sheet. So now
Yeah,
you have two spell books.
I meant to tell you that during our last session, but I got so enthralled that I forgot to tell you.
Yeah. So you actually have
Yeah,
two
you
books
should-
that you can spend some time learning and working through and learning spells from.
The
Which-
only thing is that Adia only has 14 max HP, and Arcus has significantly more than that. So
Well, if he can't even get to you, he can't even hurt you, right? Hold person, fireball, lightning bolt, wall of stone, wall of fire, wall of ice, wall of smoke. Well, that's not very useful. You know.
that's true. That's true. And I have that nifty new
Also-
rewind spell. That one's
Mhm.
cool.
Also, if someone's sleeping, you can just slit their throats without having to roll for it.
It's
That's a
true.
really good point. Jen goes right for the guttural.
I mean, I played the thief. I learned.
We should recap for people who might be just joining
Yeah.
us. What's
Well,
going on?
Some very interesting things happened last episode, and we're going to see the fallout of that this episode. So, the party
Thanks a
was
lot,
with
Abby and Jimmy.
the party was with Zane and Ayala, who led them to this necromancer. They kind of all searched together for this necromancer. And after finding him and finding these slaves that had been taken from the town and finding the traps all around the front door and a couple other traps in the area, the party comes face to face with this necromancer and they get in a big battle. And Zane and Ayala turn on the party. Zane stabs Arcus a couple of times. Ayala does some other stuff. There was a wrestling between Ayala and Anna's character Adia with
Yeah.
trying to break each other's necks and try to stab each other and stuff.
hair.
I
And
really
hair.
thought I could break her neck.
Yeah, neck breaking is hard.
It was harder than I thought.
Yeah.
She was sleeping though.
I got her hair in the end, though.
Ah, yes, yes.
Cut it off. It's not too late.
I might.
And Arcus went down, was brought back up by Emma. However,
No, it was by Anna.
by Anna.
By
Okay.
Idea. Yeah, with the health potion actually.
It was?
Yeah, you
I
used
didn't
it
use
for-
a health potion, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember
however,
wanting to, but I didn't remember that I did.
one of the things that is most problematic about this, though, is that Zane's blade was poisoned, and the party doesn't know. And Arcus's life is possibly very, very short.
What did a little wood elf do to get a poison that strong? That's what I want to know.
But we don't know that it's even
A
poisoned right now.
zombie wood elf.
Oh, right.
Yes.
An undead wood elf.
Yes. However, the party doesn't currently know. I mean, the players know,
Alright.
but the characters are unaware of Arcus's
Yeah.
potentially
let's
short
assume-
lifespan. So we're going to
Fair.
come back in at the bottom of the temple, where
So I'm still crawling, right? I'm like,
yeah, you were still
Yeah.
kind of crawling
"But
around.
I'm looking for an answer.
We just slayed everyone, and Arcus is at 1 HP.
Yes. Wait a minute. That's not how we were doing this. I had a different
I
method.
I still don't know that everybody's saved me.
You're just crawling away, not looking. Like,
Yeah.
screw this!
Crawl! It's like, it's a run version of run, but crawling, crawl.
It's like super slow motion, but in your head, you're like playing the Rocky song. You're like, I am the tiger crawling.
Dun, 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 dun.
And like, you can see the
Dun, dun.
camera, like it looks super fast when you look from his point of view, but then it pans down and you see it super slow.
Here we go.
I knew you would enjoy that, Jen.
It's like one of the scenes, I don't remember from which movie, but they did that with like a motorboat where like people were escaping in a motorboat and it looks super fast and then it's like super slow.
Yeah.
This
Cut,
cracked
cut,
me
cut,
up for like 10 minutes. I don't know why, but this is like the funniest thing ever to me. And they did it too in the movie. Like, what is it? Like Year One or something? Like a really comedy, like old comedy or something. At some point, they have like a carrosse, a carriage, and they have horses, and they're like, go, go, and it's like super slow, and people walk by, and I'm like,
So make note, if you want to entertain Jen, use
yeah.
What are those old film tricks?
Oh, this cracks me up so much.
All right, Neal. What are we doing?
You are all kind of standing about. Adia is standing over the body of the skeletal necromancer, hair flashing red with rage, and slowly subsiding as it dawns on her that this guy is actually dead. And your chain in your hand with your chain in it lowers to the ground slowly.
While I'm still enraged, can I cut off Ayala's hair as a trophy?
Sure.
While I'm still enraged, I do that. I scream like a banshee and run over and use my dagger, take her braid, and slice it off.
Well, it's still very dark in here, so you have a little bit of trouble finding her, but you eventually do.
All the
there's
while
the
I'm
light.
shrieking like a banshee.
Right. Emma, you see Arcus is slowly crawling his way towards the entrance.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
gonna go get him. I'll tell him, Arcus, it's over. It's okay. Come back.
And then I cry a little bit. It's the first time you see me crying.
Are you okay?
But I don't like betrayal.
It's okay. We slayed them. They're punished now. They're gonna go to the lower rift and go away forever.
I hear their voices and walk over to join them as my
Yeah.
rage subsides.
I faint.
Okay, a lot of you move into the light so you can all talk and chat. As you guys help drag Arcus into this area, his muscles start to seize and he starts to spasm a little bit. His back arches and his, all the way through, and his kind of protrudes his belly forward. His neck starts twisting around and he collapses on the ground.
Adia starts shrieking and like trying to talk to him. Arcus, what's happening? What? No, stop! Come back to me! And like,
I
taking out
immediately
another
go
healing
to him and I cast a Horizon on him.
It has no effect. You guys look for a pulse and you find none.
And then, okay, the first thing I'm gonna do is run up to the necromancer.
You come up to his pile of bones over in the corner, with his robes and all his thingies on him and his stick in his hand.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead on him.
I start bawling and praying to Runa.
Okay, speak with dead. Gotta find the spell. Speak with dead. Come on, finish loading spells. It's a lot of spells. Takes a while.
Adia's
to
like
load.
ugly crying, which
What's-
you've never seen her do before because she always looks absolutely perfect. But she's like ugly sobbing and begging Runa in like babbling words to spare her brother from whatever is causing him to appear dead. Because she doesn't believe he is dead because he's
But I
demigod.
look like I'm on a mission. I'm like, when people are panicked but are like, oh my god, I got an ID, that's what I'm looking like.
271. Just looking up the exact text of the spell so I don't make any mistakes on an
I
important
could have
thingy.
read part of it to him.
I'm just looking for the table at the bottom. What level are you, Emma?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
Level 5.
You can speak with. Okay, so you go over and cast Speak with Dead on the Necromancer, and it immediately fails. That lets you know that the Necromancer has been a undead, or his real life, not his undead life. His real life ended at least a week ago. So he's been undead for at least more than a week.
Do I immediately know that it didn't work, or can I? Would I
Yeah,
have asked a
you-
question and then no reply?
No, like you cast the spell and there's no reaction from the body whatsoever, and it's very clear that the body is using like through the spell you get the distinct impression that the body is too old or has been dead for far too long for you to be able to animate it.
I
or
start
to speak with it.
I start screaming to it and shaking it furiously and going, "What did you do to him? What did you do to Arcus? What's wrong with you?" And I'm like slapping the undead corpse. And I'm
Do
like,
I get any response from Runa?
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. I was reading.
Me?
Yeah, what did you say?
Did I get any response from Runa?
But what did you say to Runa? I missed that.
Oh, I was like babbling incoherently about like, please save my brother, save your son. You can't let this happen. I don't know what's happening. He can't be dead. He's a demigod. Reluna, please. Please
Hashtag
base Reluna.
please.
Yeah.
Not right now. You don't.
I start screaming at Emma, do something, do something. You can,
I'm trying.
you
It's
can help
not
the dead.
It's not responding. I'll find something. I don't know. I thought he did it.
You can raise him, can't you? Raise him from the dead. Raise him from the dead.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try my. Oh, Neal, did we establish if I can do my soul raising thing more than once per day, or is it once per day? I don't think we've ever established it. I never tried it more than once in a day, but
You haven't done it yet
Raise
today,
spirit.
so
raise spirits. Would I know if I can use it more than once per day?
I don't think we ever established that. I don't think there is a limit on it. Yeah, go ahead, use it more than once per day, but you haven't used it yet this day.
And I don't know if it's applicable on this guy who's dead for a while, but
Oh, you want to use it on him, not on Arcus?
I wanted to use it on like freaking everyone.
Uh.
We're gonna have a chat about what's going on here. It's like, all right, so 6 spirits sit around the table. We're gonna chat about this. So I can just do it once.
Yeah. Well, you can do it at least once. You've never tried it more than once per day. I think you could probably do it more than once per day, although you're not sure what that upper limit would be.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna go up to Arcus. Yeah.
Okay. You find Arcus. His body is relaxed a little bit now that he's dead, and is no longer spazzing out.
All right, so I'm gonna raise spirit on Arcus.
Give me that saving throw versus spell.
Shit, I'm not on roll 20. That's what I was missing. I knew I had one thing that wasn't open. What was that? Alright, I'm loading. So it's just D20, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and spell is 14.
So 14 or higher.
7!
It does not work. Although you start to take on a slight bit of Arcus's personality.
You stretch and like.
Yeah, I'm like, Turn back to Adea. Hey, baby. Shit.
It
Can
didn't
I
work.
try it?
I'm
Can I
screaming
try it
at you.
again?
Like,
I never actually got your roll. Are you in the right roll 20?
Oh, no, I'm not. You're
Are
right.
are you in?
Oh, so it doesn't count.
It counts.
No, you didn't see it. I don't know what you're talking about, Neal.
You failed your roll?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Can I try? Could I try again on the same person?
No.
I guess at this point I probably need to save versus my panic or something.
Probably, yeah. You give me a save versus spell too.
Would panic be the right one? Yeah. It would
Sure.
be panic, not despair, because she wouldn't believe that Arcus is actually dead. 'cause
Okay.
he's a demigod.
The emotions might translate over a little while, but it will start with panic. That is
19.
that's a pass. So you are
Okay,
able to
so I
hold back
control
your
it.
panic. You're still clear-headed. You're not so far gone with your passions that you can't focus.
That's crazy.
Right. So
What do you guys do? Arcus is he's dead. D-E-D
Okay,
dead.
So I'm gonna go back to the necromancer and I'm gonna try raise spirit on it.
Okay, give me that saving throw versus spell.
God damn it!
You're really bad at this, Emma.
I've never actually raised a freaking spirit ever with Emma. It's like this freaking most terrible thing.
Yeah, she's.
But
pretty
also,
bad.
it's just like I need more than 14, which is pretty crazy. Also,
Yeah, it's
I
not
need
that
more
high.
than 14.
No, you need a
Yeah,
14 or greater, but it's a pretty good chance.
On 20? It's
Yeah.
not a big chance.
It's not. I mean, it's not that bad of a shot.
Let me see.
What is that?
7% chance.
No.
No.
Oh, no, it's 30%. Sorry.
Okay, so Neal, with all of my ancient history, dancing, and religion proficiencies combined,
Yes.
I stand up and begin a ceremonial dance, summoning my
God.
mother Runa and begging for her mercy, and I'm chanting Arcus's name and her name and summoning her to help her son. I'm dancing around like this.
Am I starting to get
I'm sorry. I
flashes
missed
of
the dance. Could you do it again?
It wasn't that good. It was just...
Okay.
And somehow she starts eating as well.
the sustenance of the gods fills me.
Adia is a stress eater, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's.
I would
Yeah.
get up and dance, but my dog's in my lap, so you just.
Do I start getting like flashes of the necromancer's personality?
You do. You get flashes of cruelty and anger and malice. Okay. You're doing this dance, Emma. And what are you doing while Adia performs this dance? We'll deal with the fallout of the dance in just a moment.
There were 3 proficiencies in that dance, by the way. High proficiency.
Gotcha.
Just so you know. Can you describe to me how glorious the dance is?
You described to me how glorious the dance is. Give me a dancing proficiency check.
Okay. Just dancing? Not any, like, religion and stuff? Because it's a religious dance.
Well, let me give me a dancing check for how good the dancing is. Then give me a religion check for how well connected to the religion it is, and then an ancient history check for how old and deep it goes.
Oh wow! I rolled horribly, but my proficiency is high.
All right, your dance is it could
it's
use a little work.
Mechanically sound, but the feeling isn't quite there.
But give me the religion check.
Okay.
Are you?
Oh my god!
You're in line with the gods, though. You are performing it to the standards that the gods need. And give me your ancient history check to how deeply you can feel it.
Dear Roll20, please, based Roll20, let me not roll so horribly. All hail the gods.
Ow, it's getting better.
Nice!
Oh,
Nice! Roll20 works!
But it is rooted in ancient lore and ancient styles.
Yeah. So that's why it's maybe not quite so stylish, is that I'm really pulling on all of my knowledge of the ancient runes and symbols that I'm making with my body to communicate to the gods the gravity of this situation.
Okay. And Emma, what were you doing exactly?
I'm gonna try to raise the dead on the wood elves. Since apparently I can't do shit with the necromancer.
Okay.
Am I still getting more stuff from the necromancer or nothing?
What do you mean? Oh, more? Not yet. It takes a little while for these things to seep into you.
I'm stacking personalities. It's happening.
This is actually kind of a beautiful scene in my head. Adia's crying and dancing and twirling.
It was like spirits.
So, Emma, you go over to one of the 2 zombies. Are you gonna do it on Zane or Ayala?
I
Who are
don't
you
know.
going
Should
towards?
I just random it? I think the closest one.
Zane is closest.
All right, doing it on Zane.
So you walk over towards Zane, and as you do, the room that you're in fills with a soft light. There was already some magical light going on here, but the entire room fills with a very, very soft light. And a woman appears before you guys, standing roughly here. I guess that ping did not show up on screen. Roughly here.
Oh my gosh! What does the woman look like? Because I would recognize Runa, because I've seen her.
It is Runa. She is fairly tall, like 6'8", 6'9", you know, very, very tall. She has delicate skin and delicate cheek or jaw. What do you call it? Bone structure. With high cheekbones and long pointed ears like an elf. She has golden red hair. It's kind of like a mix between gold and red that goes down past her butt, kind of mid-thigh, actually.
Ah, so she has butt long hair as well. I see.
Do you have
Longer
butt
than
long?
butt long. She has thigh long hair.
Yeah.
Oh,
Her
shit.
hair's even longer than yours, and it's even prettier than yours, Anna.
Oh my gosh.
But you know what? She's a
Oh,
god. She, the gods all have, 20
Mhm.
of all, or 25 of all stats. It's impossible for a mortal or even a semi-mortal to approach them, any of them. And she appears before you with a great amount of sadness in her eyes.
I gracefully fall at her feet in a gesture of respect and say, "All hail Runa, my mother and greatest of the gods. Please save your son, my brother, from whatever has befallen him."
My dear daughter, we all have our times in this world. Sometimes are over. Some people's times end.
I guess get super sad when she says that because I expected her to be like, "Oh, he's fine." So I'll save versus sadness.
Do it.
Yo, thank God we're not doing this last week because I would be crying right now.
I rolled
Is that a
13.
pass or fail?
Oh, I don't remember.
What is-
12 is my save versus spell.
All right, you managed to hold back the sadness, but just barely. Like you can feel it welling up inside of you, but you managed to maintain your composure in front of your mother long enough.
So now I'm not ugly crying, I'm pretty crying.
Sure.
Yeah.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Okay, I don't know these things.
Watch a movie. There's an ugly cry, there's a pretty cry.
Yeah, there is for sure. One of them, you're like getting all red around
Like
the nose.
snot.
You're like,
Your nostrils are flaring and
That's
you're like
crying.
all red.
What's pretty
But
crying?
Pretty cry is like the single tear rolling down your cheek while your eyes glisten from being filled with.
So pretty
extra
cry
red.
is like the sniffles.
No. It's
like
still
you're
crying.
sad, but you're not fully crying.
It's like
you're
it's
crying,
like-
but
yeah, Neil, this is very
It's
this is well
beautiful.
established. Yeah, it's like abject sadness, but it's so sad that your beautiful face is just like pouring tears out, and it's made more beautiful by your sorrow.
yeah.
It's
And
like
this-
romantic crying.
Okay. Of
It's
course.
like I loved you so much, but I have to move on.
And because Runa is my mother and a god, I have to show her that I understand these things.
The
So I'm like-
beautiful cry.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You pretty cry for your
Yes.
mother.
Pretty cry.
Done.
So I turned away from the body I was about to raise spirit from.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm shocked, of course, from seeing God. And then I'm like, I look a bit nervous, and I'm like, may I talk to you?
She looks and says, "Yes, daughter of Fumbra."
Then I look super awkward. I'm like, shit.
I just sadly look at her out of the corner of my eye, like letting her know that I knew all along. Except I didn't know, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And I'm like, is there anything we can do to keep him? We were doing good things. We were trying to please the gods.
She nods slowly in like an understanding manner and goes, "Your missions have been noble and good, and it is sad when good people die, but they do, and it happens, and life goes on."
Do you know how he died? I was trying to understand. He was okay. I thought we healed him, right?
She shakes her head slowly. The poison in his veins was too strong.
Poison? I look around.
She
Like,
gives
looking
a
for what
slight
poison?
head nod towards Zane's body. That foul one there, his blade was dipped in poison.
Gods know everything. They're just like omniscient.
More or less. Sometimes, they can be confused or tricked, but in a situation like this, everything is pretty straightforward.
I look at Zane with pure fury in my eyes, and my hair glows a little bit red.
Jen,
we
what
can-
are you guys all doing?
So we can't save him? We can't keep him? He's gonna leave us?
That is beyond my realm of influence.
Then I look up to the skies and I'm like, Fumbra! Mom! Mom! It's like a child screaming from his room, like, Mom!
Like when someone calls on the phone, they're like, "Can I speak to your mom?" Mom!
I'll be there in a minute. you hear. Is that it? Just a single mom?
No. Well, I scream Fumbra, and then I'm like, this can't be just it. There's no way. I'm like, my mom's the gatekeeper for the spirits. We can't let him leave. We can't. So I'm like, I guess there's a ritual or something gods do to pray to their moms or so. I guess she did it. So like, what
There's
did you
not. There's
do?
not a ritual. It's just you.
Yeah.
It's you just
Try
do
to
things
summon
and
them.
yeah.
All right. So
When she's doing this, I step quietly and somberly behind Runa, accepting that what she said is like the absolute truth, and I must accept it and obey it to show that I'm a good god. So I'm just sorrowfully standing behind her
She
shoulder.
takes a knee and strokes your hair and holds you close to her for a moment.
Aww.
Emma, what are
I
you
asked
doing in
her
this meantime?
Is the spirit gone? Is he still here? I like trying to look for it.
She looks towards you and says, "That is your realm, isn't it?"
Yeah. So I'm starting to concentrate, trying to like connect to the spirit world. I guess.
Okay. You focus, you close your eyes, and you get very quiet and have a strong focus towards the spirit world. You get the distinct impression that Arcus's soul has left his body and is heading northward.
All right, so I'm starting to panic a bit, but then I'm starting to concentrate on my mom. So I'm like trying to call her, trying to plead her to come to me.
Ooh, God, someone's really
I don't
loud.
I guess
It's
I
you,
start
Stephanie.
saying things like, "Mom, please stop ignoring me. I need to talk to you. I need you now. Please come back."
Runa steps away from Adia and comes over to you and says, "Your mother is very angry with you. You know why,
know.
right?"
I'm not sure. She's been ignoring me for so long now.
You did transgress.
She took the rift away from me. She ignored me. She abandoned me.
You
I
have
got
committed
betrayed.
a great many sins against her.
I got fooled by a mean god, is what happened.
You did. I see the passion you hold for Arcus here, and because of that, I will see to it that your mother comes to you. And she kind of flickers in and out of existence for a moment and is gone.
All hail Runa!
The room gets dark again.
I get weird and like, all hail?
The room slowly fades back to its original darkness with a circle of light in it. And a few moments later, stepping out from this set of doors right here, you notice another woman. This one dressed as a widow, all in black with a veil across her face. The veil is thick enough and she's in enough shadow that you can't actually make out any facial features. She has black gloves on over her lacy gown. I don't want to. Lacy's not quite the right word, but from like the elbow to the wrist is kind of a mesh lace. Everything else is nice and black with a kind of like a skirt or a dress with a second one over it that is made out of lace. Does that make sense? I'm not sure how to describe these things. I'm bad with fashion. But she looks more or less like that. Nothing else around her. Nothing on her waist. No weapons. No armor. No equipment. She steps through here again, like 6'7", 6'8", very, very tall, and approaches you and taps you gently on the shoulder, and you turn around to see her. I guess Adia saw this walking towards you. Emma, your back was to that, and you feel this tap on your shoulder, turn around, and see this gigantic woman behind you, looking like this, and you recognize your mother.
I whisper, Fumbra? I like shiver.
Yes.
I tear up. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to do good things so that you would talk to me again, but you've been ignoring me. And now Arcus is dying, and we've been trying to do good things, and he doesn't deserve to die, and we need to fix this. There was a necromancer, and I'm like starting to like get into this story, and I'm like, there's a necromancer, and there's a general Kelp Ironside, and we're trying to stop everything, and this seems like necromancy is bad, Mom. You know that. We're trying to stop this. We need Arcus. Arcus is a good man.
necromancers violate the dead, and I appreciate you putting a stop to this one. They are the most unholy of spell wielders. You have done well, my daughter, and for that I am thankful. It does not atone for your past crimes, but thank you for this. As for your friend Arcus here, at which point the hallway fills with light and you see Runa appear behind her, and she turns back to look at Runa. And the two of them, or Runa walks up and the two are now standing side by side. Runa puts a hand on Falumbra's shoulder. Falumba looks back to you and says, I cannot bring back your friend just as is. That would violate the cosmic law.
What do you mean? How can you come back then?
It must be traded. A life for a life. And
You want to take my life?
there's a pause when you say that. And Falumbra puts a sideways glance towards Runa, who gives her kind of a head tilt, like a "come on now." And Falumbra gives a heavy sigh and says, "Well, maybe not your mortal life, but your immortal soul."
I'll do it.
You will cease to be my daughter.
Well, you didn't seem to want to be my mother.
Oh shoot, burn!
She closes her eyes and puts her.
Me away.
She closes her eyes, steps forward, kind of wraps you in her arms, and holds you close to her for a moment.
A tear comes on my face, pretty tear as well.
Pretty tear. Okay.
I'm holding on to her really tight. I'm like, I'm so sorry, Mom.
Pretty tears.
You feel faint. You feel lightheaded. Like you've stood up too fast. Your knees buckle out underneath you, and you collapse unconscious. Adia, you are the only person here that sees what happens, and I'll type to you later what goes down, so that way just you know the actual physical happenings of what occurs here.
As soon as she said yes, I started to say no, I'll do it, but she did it before I could do it.
And in a few more moments, after Emma collapses, Runa and Falumbra take a step back. The light fades and they walk back towards into the darkness. And once you can no longer see them, Adia, you see that Arcus gives a sudden twitch and his back spasms again, and he sits up, gasping for breath. Around this time, Emma kind of comes back to consciousness.
I run to Arcus immediately and throw my arms around his neck, and I don't know, I'll have to roll for pretty or ugly cry, but either one of those.
Oh shit, I had this second character ready. I didn't know if I was gonna make it. Idiot! What's going on?
You were dead, and then Emma, she made this deal with Fumbra, and now you're alive, but I don't know what's wrong with Emma, but I'm so glad you're okay.
I was dead?
You were dead.
Where's Emma?
Emma, as you sit up and kind of come to your senses, there's something missing. There's a part of you that you can't quite put your finger on that's not there. Everything seems normal, but
I know what happened, right?
You more or less know what happened, and thinking about it and searching throughout yourself, you find that you have lost all your demigod powers. You are now a mortal elf. You are no longer a demigod.
Alright,
You're just a person.
The first thing I do when I wake up is I hold on to my, because I had a tombstone-shaped iron necklace that, I guess was a sign to my mother or something, so I'm gonna hold on to it and whisper something like, I'll make you proud. And then I guess I open my eyes or something. And then I look around. Did it work?
I look at Emma cautiously and say, how do you feel?
Empty?
What did they do to you?
It's like I don't feel the godly powers anymore. I don't feel like my mom's there with me. But she's been ignoring me for so long, so it's kind of the same, right?
Yeah. Adia's like, yeah, totally the same. Totally the same. And like goes and
Yeah.
gives her a hug and like trying to comfort her. It's just the same. Now that you're mortal, it's all the same.
Wait, what is going on? You
Are you okay?
gave your powers to save me?
Yeah.
I guess I would have done the same.
Would you? Really? I look like super touched. I'm like, really?
Adia's like rolling her eyes wherever she see. Sure.
Oh, I would totally have done the same. And then I try to look like
I'm gonna step out for just a moment.
and then I try to look like amazing even though you're the one that saved me. I try to like get all the credit.
I'm like, Arcus, Emma sacrificed her demigodhood for you.
Wait, do I have power? Do I have power? And then I stand up and I like take the biggest rock that I can and try to raise it, which is like something that you guys wouldn't be able to raise. Neil would say, you successfully raised the rock at the top of your head
Okay, back.
Yeah,
in a
thanks,
really
Neil.
strong fashion way. And
Stephanie was speaking for you.
Thank you.
I hope it went well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went really well. I didn't lose my power, Neil.
Nice.
That's what happened.
I look at Emma like I kind of like tenderly, hold her shoulders or her face or something, and I say that was truly brave. And whether you are a demigod or not, whether you are our sister or not, we are with you to the end.
And on that note, it's a little bit early, but let's just take our break because that's a pretty good stopping point. We will see you guys on the other side of our break. Take care.